This little garden spot is called Location 2P. That pipeline is a feeder for the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, and this is a spot for a jumping off point for the ice roads for operations and exploration further out in the tundra. The pipeline zigs and zags to prevent it from breaking during the incredible temperature swings here in the Arctic. We're coming in for a landing to meet with some scientists who have been out here on the pond trying to gauge the impact that building an ice road would have on the local wildlife and on nature itself. Unlike the bad old days, they try to have very little impact on the tundra itself. The scientists surveyed this lake and discovered that it's deep enough that they can use the water in it to build the ice road, which will stretch off in that direction that way. What you're seeing here is the scar that is left after they scrape away the tundra and then drive on the permafrost underneath. That kind of damage is what ice roads prevent now. Now they drive on ice. Here we are coming into the airport at Deadhorse, but this is only the start of the journey for me, because I'm going to fly by helicopter over 3 mountain ranges all the way to Anchorage. We follow the stream bed up into the gateway to the Brooks Range. This is how we often travel through the mountains, by going along streams and rivers, because those are the low points in the mountains. We're a bit higher in the Brooks Range now. It's not surprising to see patches of snow, even in August. Absolutely gorgeous here. Looking down, you can see the broad banks of the river, and in the middle of the river there are islands. We saw not one but 2 different planes landed here. In fact, this is a place where when you come to get away from it all, this is where you come. We saw wild bear, a moose, all the wonders of nature right here on this river. Those mountains up ahead mark the start of the Yukon and Tanana uplands. More mountains ahead, let's get to it. Notice how clear the water is below us. It's mighty cold too. Is that a river ahead of us? Why sure, it's the mighty Klondike. That's where people had a gold rush to get all the gold that was washing down out of the mountains. Still flows today, and it still has gold today. This looks like a lake, but it's actually the Chena River south of Fairbanks, which is just flooded enormously. And now we're in Denali National Park. This is home to Mount McKinley and some other gorgeous mountains, as well as glaciers and more. Here you can see a tourist train that goes through Denali National Park. It's a gorgeous park and it draws many tourists. It's absolutely breathtaking views here. We've run into some weather here, but not to worry. Allison, my pilot, is very good at flying in this stuff. Below we see the train and the river, and the homes that dot the track along the way. We're in the highlands now with the Alaska Range right ahead of us. We're in the final leg of our trip. And here we are flying into Anchorage. Anchorage is the largest city in the United States by square miles, but not by population. And here we are coming into home base in Anchorage. The journey took about 8 hours, but we spent 2 hours of that sitting down on the ground as fog banks rolled over us. Still, it was a once-in-a-lifetime journey for me, and one that I'm really glad I made. And touchdown. The journey is over.